What is up, guys? It is the Bluebloods here, back with another interview, and we got the best linebacker in the FCS, and I'm here to say it. I'm sure he will too, man. Let's just run down the list of accolades that Willie Eubanks III has, man. He was first-team All-American preseason in 2020, third-team All-American from Hero Sports. He was a Buck Buchanan Award finalist in 2019, the SOCON Defensive Player of the Year, first team all SOCON unanimously. And this guy has done it all, man. Best linebacker in the FCS. I appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, man. So you were a standout high school prospect out of Georgia, man. One of the most competitive high school circuits in the country. What teams were on you the hardest as you were coming out of high school?
Coming out of high school, I was kind of like a little under recruited, but coming out of high school, I had offers from, of course, the Citadel, and I also had offers from Savannah State, South Carolina State, Western Carolina, and Hampton University.
I like it, man. I like it. So as you were being recruited, man, you said you were a little bit under recruited. What were the biggest things you were looking for in a school to continue your career?
The biggest thing I was looking for is just finding a school that just wanted me there. So just making sure I picked the right school that just had the best relationship with, which ended up being the Citadel. And I committed once I went on my official visit, and then from there on, the rest is history.
I like it, man. So you spoke on it a little bit. What other factors play? Was it the coaches? Did you have any relationship with players? Like, can you just kind of go into, as you went on your official visit, what made you say, okay, the Citadel is where I'm going to spend the next 4 or 5 years of my life, man?
So when they first offered me, I was came down to a junior day, and they offered me that day, and then from that day forward, they just kept in communication with me throughout my senior season and after the season. So I just felt like the coaches, I built a good relationship with the coaches that were on the staff at the time, and I just felt comfortable with the relationship we had built with each other.
I like it, man. So, you're under recruited out of high school, commit to the Citadel, and now you're one of the best players in the FCS and one of the top prospects going out of the FCS into the draft. How has your game evolved since you first stepped on campus to now?
My game evolved a lot. I was able to learn from a few guys that were older than me my freshman year, that went on to play, have careers in the NFL as well. And, just taking bits and pieces from their game and, just seeing how they went about the film study and practice mentality and, game preparation and things like that. So just taking little things from them guys and just applying it to my game has really took my game to another level.
I like it, man. And so every player goes through tough learning experiences. It's your first time outing your own. It's the film study. It's the preparation. It's the school. What were some of your toughest learning experiences that you had to overcome and battle while you were at the Citadel?
My toughest learning experience probably would be just the Citadel is it's a military college for those who don't know. So just adjusting to being at a military college coming from a public high school, that first year was the biggest transition. And on the football aspect, just learning more about the game, just from what my high school coaches, what my high school coaches didn't teach me, and just applying that to each and every day in practice and on game day as well.
I like it. So kind of a follow-up there, because that is a good point. I didn't even think about people not knowing that the Citadel is a military institution. What are some of kind of the differences in your day-to-day life that would be different if you were at, a non-military institution?
It's a lot, honestly. We wake up for formation every morning. Have to wear a uniform every day, and it's just a lot of structure and things like that. But I mean, it's a tough place, but also can be a great place for you if you make it. So I would say it was a great experience for me, my undergrad year.
I like it, man. And so people also might not know the Citadel is one of the teams that runs the option offense and has historically run it. As the quarterback of the defense, man, being at that linebacker spot, how is it ever frustrating in practice, and how difficult is it every day to have to defend that option offense in practice?
It definitely gets frustrating some days in practice, when you're out there, 15, 20 play script, going at it with, a triple option offense. So, but I mean, it also, I feel like it's helpful as well, just being able to, just being prepared to stop the run, because you see it like every day in practice. So, if you can stop the run each and every day, in practice, it'll make the game easier for me, I feel like.
Absolutely, man. And so I mentioned you win the SOCON Defensive Player of the Year in 2019, man. Over 100 tackles. I mean, 11 tackles for loss, 3 forced fumbles. I mean, dude, you were all over the field that year. How much did being named the Defensive Player of the Year for the conference mean to you?
It meant a lot. It just went back to show me like, if you put in the work, it'll pay off in the end. And so, like that whole off season, I was just, grinding with my teammates and on my own, and just, each and every Saturday, I just went out there and tried to play my best and help my team, put my team in a position to win the game. And so, yeah, getting named that award after the season really meant a lot to me.
I like it, man. And so, looking at yourself as a player now, what if someone if you had to kind of grade yourself, man, what would be your number one strength as a linebacker right now?
My number one strength as a linebacker is, I'll say, my versatility. I feel like, I feel like I can stop the run. I feel like I can line up against receivers and play them if I have to. I feel like my ability to run sideline to sideline, get in the backfield when needed. So I just feel like, as a good linebacker, I always told you just need to be around the ball. So that's my biggest thing, is being versatile and just having a nose for the ball.
I like it, man. So, this question is always iffy with people. You don't have to give away all your secrets, man. But what's one thing that you're looking to improve on this all season to take your game to the next level?
One thing I wanted to improve on this off season was just, I'll say, really like taking, well, I won't say taking more time to infield study, but really like learning different things to look at while watching film from on my free time. So when I was this past off season, I was working out in Florida, and at a training facility, and I got some knowledge from some other guys and the pros, and just told me things to look at while watching film on my days off and each and every day. And so I just feel like, those film habits take my game to another level.
Absolutely. You kind of beat me to my next question, because I was going to go into film study next and just ask, how much film do you actually watch during the season, leading up into a game?
Leading up to a game, the amount of film I watch is probably like, I try to get at least 5 to 10 hours leading up into that game. So probably like an hour and a half a day. And that's probably with some of my teammates or even on my own, just, taking some time out of my day just to, watch film and see what the offense likes to do on certain downs and certain situations.
I like it. So you're one of the first linebackers we've had on the show, man. So I'm very curious. So, we've had defensive linemen, and we know they got to look at their tackle matchup. We have corners; they look at their wide receiver matchup. But it's a middle line, as a Mike guy, you have to have the running back, the quarterback, the offensive lineman. You got to know what some of the receivers are doing. How do you which positions do you scout the most during the week?
For me, I'll say the position I scout the most probably would have to be either the quarterback, the running back, and probably the offensive guard. So it's like a little triangle. I just try to watch those three each and every down just to see, like, what they do and how the guard block, or how the running back is deep in the backfield, or how he sets his feet prior to the snap, or how the quarterback pre-snap reads and things like that. So I just try to focus in on those three, and really just get little things from each and every game of what they do.
I like it, man. And so, as a team leader, man, I mean, you're the leader of the defense, and probably one of the biggest leaders on the team. What are the team goals for the Citadel going into the 2021 season?
The main goal this year is win the SOCON. We won it, I want to say, probably like 4 or 5 years ago. And so we're just trying to get that culture back the way it was then. So that's the main goal. The first goal is winning the SOCON, and then second goal this season is making the playoffs and, having a run in the playoffs.
I like it, man. Hey, I'm excited to see y'all play this year, but I asked team first, but I know everyone's got some personal goals that you got written down, whether it be in your head or somewhere in your dorm room, man. What are your personal goals for the 2021 season?
My personal goals just just try to have a better season than I did my junior year. This past season with COVID and things like that, wasn't able to have like a real full season. And I also was I ended up taking a small injury during the spring season. And so my only personal goal is just being able to build and improve on the season I had my junior year, but that's with tackles for loss, sacks, interceptions, forced fumbles, just anything, to being able to improve on 1% better.
I like it. And so I know the first game is the most important, then the next game after that's the most important. But when you look at the schedule, man, is there a game you're circling and you're like, I can't wait to play that game? That's the game I'm looking most forward to.
Coastal Carolina.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Do you guys have them at Coastal Carolina this year?
Yeah. I want to say first game of the season, September 2nd. I think it's on a Thursday. So yeah.
Oh man, I can't. I'm pumped up, man. You and Grayson McCall, that's going to be a battle, man. I'm so pumped for that game. I'll be tuned in, man. I'll be looking at you like you're going to make a pick or something. I'll be like, bro, I had him on the show. Like, that's my guy right there.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for that. But, like, I want to get to you as a player, man. I want to, like, talk about your game a little bit. What NFL linebacker do you model your game after the most?
The NFL linebacker I try to model my game after the most. I mean, it's a few guys. Like Darius Leonard. Darius Leonard probably the main linebacker I try to model my game after the most. And just because came from a small school like myself, I went to South Carolina State, and just having like that underdog mentality, just to go out in the field and prove like you deserve. I deserve to be out here. So guys like Darius Leonard, Fred Warner, Devin White, Levante David, just all those guys, most probably the best linebackers in the game right now. So just being able to like try to take little things from their game and try to mold into my game is my biggest thing.
I like it. So this I know that both these next things are important. I always like to kind of put players on the spot in terms of attributes for the position. What to you is more important to a good linebacker? Vision and reading the play, or speed?
Oh, that's a great question. I say for a linebacker, it has to be probably vision and recognizing the play. I feel like the better your eyes are, that's reading the guard or play action pass or run, the better your eyes and your reaction time to a play, that can help a linebacker, make a 1 yard stop or probably tackle for a loss. So I say the vision probably maybe the most important for a linebacker. But the speed also is like, not too far away from it. So
you're like, hey, you can see where you're going, but if you can't get there on time, then I guess it really don't matter that much. But man, on top of that, just you as a player, would you consider yourself more of a coverage linebacker or a downhill run stopper?
For me as a player, I would say I'm more of a downhill run stopper, but I'm also a coverage player. So whichever offense, if it was more run heavy, then I'm gonna be a run stopper that Saturday. If it's more of a pass straight, I'm gonna be a pass coverage linebacker that day. So it's either way, honestly, with me.
He said y'all can get it through the air or on the ground. He was like, Willie wants all the smoke, guys. If you're watching this, so watch out for him this year. But man, just in terms of your career, who is the best running back and quarterback that you've ever faced?
That's a great question. At the Citadel we played Alabama my sophomore year, and ended up playing against Clemson this past fall. We played 4 games this season. So best quarterback, I'll probably say probably have to be Trevor, and the best running back I have to give it to I have to give it to either Josh Jacobs or Najee Harris.
Oh, I like it. I like it, man. I know that scouting film that week, man. You're like watching Trevor Lawrence film, and it's like, man, this is crazy. This is a crazy
Yeah.
week to scout, man. So I mean, like, what? Like, I know back a few years ago, you guys had like Alabama down at halftime, and everyone in the country was like losing their mind. Like, I mean, what was that like?
Um, but we didn't have them down, so we was tied 10-10 at the half. So, but I mean,
Okay.
just being tied at halftime with I want to say number 1 team in the nation at the time was just it just experience like many people don't get. So just being in the Bryant Denny Stadium and just going toe to toe with some of the best guys, in college football at the time, was just once of a lifetime experience.
Oh man, but I got to give y'all props, man. That run defense was ridiculous, man. Y'all were all over the field that game. I remember watching because I was an Auburn student at the time, and I was like, "What is going on here?" I was the biggest Citadel fan that day of all time. But man, looking at your career and everything, you're going to go to the NFL, man. You're one of the best players in the FCS. If an NFL team asks you what they're going to get if they draft Willie Eubanks, what do you tell them?
I'm gonna tell them from day one, you're gonna get a guy that's coming in, just want to work and just want to be great, just willing to learn, each and every day. And off the field, you're gonna get, probably one of the most respectable young men you'll come across, well mannered, and I'll say probably more mature 22, 23-year-old than you probably would see. Probably would get from another college just because the school I went to and how it molded me to be the man I am right now.
I like it, man. I like it. So, I mean, I know you're from Georgia, but is there like a certain team? So, like, I know you'll play for anybody, but like, is there like a certain hometown favorite, like the Falcons or something? Where you're like, man, if I go to that, if I get drafted by that team, that'd be a dream come true.
I honestly don't even I never had a favorite team. I always just like watching the games on Sundays and Thursdays and Mondays like that. So I mean, honestly, any team that's willing to pick me up, that would be my dream team. Huh? If I could say.
I love it, man. I love it. Well, listen, man, I'm going to be a huge fan this year. I'm going to be following you closely. I'm hoping we cover the Senior Bowl every year down in my hometown of Mobile. I'm hoping to see you there, man. I want to see you down there putting on a show for all those scouts, man. When I hear your name on draft day, I'm going to have to hit you up, be like, listen, you got to come on the show, talk about your draft, and hey, even invite to the draft party, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hopefully I do get the chance to get down to Mobile and get to showcase my talents there as well. That's also one of my goals, to make the Senior Bowl.
Oh man, I love it. Listen, we're tagging Joe Nackey in the episode, everything. We're getting you on the radar, man. I'm going to be excited to see you play this season. But where can this is your time, man. Shout outs. Where can they find you on social media? Just plug. This is your time, man. You can talk about whatever you want.
So I'm on it's Twitter. My Twitter handle is I am __ WE3, and my Instagram is at Willie E_3. And I just want to give a first shout out to God for allowing me to wake up this morning, just have my ability to do the things I do, and my coaches who put me in this position I am today to be on this interview with you and my teammates as well, and just my family.
Oh man, I love it, man. Listen, you're definitely one of the best people we've had on here, man. We're gonna be huge fans all the way throughout, man. So we'll be rocking with you. But guys, make sure to go check out Willie. Check out some Citadel games. Check them out. Upset in Coastal Carolina, week 1, man. They're gonna put the nation on notice. Run the SOCON. I'm excited, man. But guys, go follow Willie. You know where to find us, man. Subscribe right now on YouTube. Y'all can find us on any and all podcast streaming platforms. But we'll be back later this week with another episode. But for Willie, myself, and the Bluebloods, guys, We are out.
Thank you.